I still say that we switch out John Shear's Night Thrasher variant with the one. Good evening, Carol and John Shoppers. I'm walking up because we're still playing with mics, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, I can still stand back here. Welcome to our Tuesday Night Live video. If this is your first time joining us, we are going to show you a brand new, huge week of new comic books. Our table is full, but we moved the new back issues that everybody's been processing over here. So don't fear, they're still available to you. My name is Ben. I'm here with Andrea, John Shear, Kyle's behind the camera as always. Thank you for being here with us. We have no first appearances this week, so I'm going to yap a little bit about Free Comic Book Day. It is coming up on Saturday, May 4th. 10 days? 10 days.
Counting. Yeah, from
10
tomorrow.
days and counting, which is going to be a blast. We're super stoked. The Free Comic Book Day room is within view. It's where the old tanning salon was over here. So no shenanigans because we can see it all. We're going to have a whole room of kids' play area to keep them occupied and happy. We'll have sales in the store. All of our back issues will be half off except for the wall. And a bunch of new stuff out. Some dollar stock, some new stuff on the table. Next week's a big week too. And everybody who shows up to the event space will be able to pick 12 free comic books that, out of the... 48. It's either 40... It's not 48 though.
Okay.
I think we got that wrong. I think it's 49 or 50. Because I misspelled something and mistyped something and... About 50. That makes everybody happy, right? So you'll be able to choose 12 of those from the free comic line, and we've got a bunch of extras to give you. It's a bunch of fun. Jameson Campbell, who did our wonderful and still free with a purchase free comic book day print, is going to be here for a couple hours in the morning once we open signing these. So that's very cool. I always get mine signed, and I make him number it, and I make him lie about the numbering, even though because I don't see him until later in the day. But it's always a lot of fun. We're really stoked about this year. And we'll also have a bunch of local artists and vendors, guys who live right around the corner or drive in from like Streetsboro, to show you their wares, sell you some stuff. Great people who've been around some years. I think we have a couple new people too, but I don't control any aspect of that, so don't quote me. But yeah, please come join us for Free Comic Book Day. If you can't make it, stop in the shop beforehand, grab a poster, and hang it up where people can see it. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, it's weird without first appearances.
Mm-hmm.
Do I like do
a
jokes
dance
or something?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll get to the new comic table now. Do I have anything else to talk about? It's just Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, it's just Free Comic Book
Free Comic Book Day is the most occupying thing in the history of a comic shop employee, which is actually a pretty easy life. So, cool. The new comic table is, like I said, huge. This is a big week. A lot of comic companies like to make sure that they have cool, new, exciting product available in the weeks leading up to Free Comic Book Day to drive interest, drive business, and make sure everybody's visiting for the right reasons and getting the cool material. Right. Do you have anything to add?
No. Go Free
Are you
Comic
going
Book
to talk
Day.
at all during this video?
No, probably
Okay,
not.
it's because of the Night Thrasher.
Well, no, actually, I'll probably talk about the fact that this is coming out super late.
Oh, okay, cool. Alrighty, new stuff. Again, Image had a little bit of a big release week, so they're on the other side of the table. We're going to start with new stuff from Distillery Media, a company that we have easily and excitedly been repping for almost a year now. Great material. One of the books they previewed in that Devil's Cut one-shot was a book called Spectrograph, which most notably is written by James Tynion, which is fantastic. He is a master of horror, a master of uncomfortable reads, but in a good way, right?
Yeah.
Spectrograph is a good haunted house story. This is like 13 Ghosts meets like House on Haunted Hill with a good modern setting. You don't know everything that's going on, and normally that would make me a little bummed out about a horror book, but the more questions than answers thing really works in this one. And there is some real like, what is it? Like, squirmy page turning. You're wondering what you're going to see on the next page, like big time. So a book we definitely all really enjoyed. This is your cover A for Spectrograph. We've got cover B, and actually, that makes a lot more sense now. The window from the room. You guys know what I'm talking about? Cover B, cover C, a fabulous character in that book. We've got a 1 in 20 there. Well, sorry, 1 in 10. Can't read my own writing. And then a 1 in 25 by Trad Moore, an artist that Kyle and I always pay attention to. In the middle above that, we've got a new volume of EC's reprints Tales from the Crypt. That's volume 3 in paperback. Also, Distillery gets us issue number 2 of Blasphemous from Mirka and Dolfo. And then we've got a cover B available for that one on the table, too. Then a new number 1 from Vault. And you're going to hear a lot about Vault in the next couple of weeks because they timed their next giveaway book very well. We will be featuring a barbaric giveaway book next week. We're super excited about it. But to kind of tie in with that, a similar universe is Deathstalker for the first time in comic books. So if you've seen the movies or the sequels and didn't fall asleep during them.
I did. I was trying to watch the first one. It was on Joe Bob, and I kept falling asleep.
A first comic book featuring Deathstalker. He is a man with a sword who stalks death. Self-proclaimed. He fights some wild fights. He kills some dudes in some wild ways. It's not for all ages. Not for kids. It's an adult book. Very, very entertaining. Not an opus. Not the best written thing in the whole world. But co-written by Slash, guitarist of Guns N' Roses. So there's that.
And it's based off a Roger Corman movie. And so if you know Roger Corman movies, this comic is just like that.
Wonderful. Deathstalker, number 1. Keep an eye on Vault. And then, speaking of number 1s, finally, have never been more excited about James Bond since Casino Royale. We finally got our James Bond 007 by Garth Ennis, number 1, second prints. So if you missed out on number 1 and you gave us your name, we put it in your file. If you didn't, come and grab it or let us know here, and we'll snag it for you. Finally. They kept on pushing that release date back. Man, new number 1s abound. Dick Tracy number 1 comes out this week. We've been pushing this book for Mad Cave. Super fun read that I didn't read, but I heard it was really fun.
No, it is.
Okay, good.
It's a gritty noir take on Dick Tracy.
Okay.
Yeah, like it introduces him, it introduces Tess, it introduces Mumbles, like Flat Top, all introduced in this in a way that is gritty and violent and, again, not for kids.
So, and fine for new readers.
Yes.
Definitely. The most ostentatious trench coat in the history of trench coats. The Archie Comics, the horror line, is bringing us a second story for the cult of the Wilkin Boy, right?
Yep.
It's their second
Yeah.
one. So if you've been following Archie Horror, that first one was phenomenal. Anything notable I need to hit on this one? You can say
I don't
no.
think so.
Okay.
It's mostly like continuing that story. We do have one copy of the first one on the wall. If you still need it, let us know. Grab it.
Sweet. We do have 2 covers for that one. This will be your cover A. This will be your cover B. For Dick Tracy, we'll call this one cover A for now, and this one cover B if you'd like to claim them. American Psycho's on issue number 4. Someone dropped it from their file, so there's one on the table. And then an original graphic novel, The Harrowing, also not for all ages. Cool. Conan the Barbarian is on issue number 10. There's your cover A. There's your cover B. And then Something is Killing the Children is finally back. I'm stoked because I'm caught up. I have been told that each issue of this new story arc, starting with number 36 and going through number 40, are able to be read as just single issues. But they're essentially small stories about Erica Slaughter's origin. So they'll kind of take place early life before the events of the previous 35 issues. So that's your cover A, and we have a fantastic Art Germ 1 per store variant. That's why it's $50, which is wild. I dropped $20 off the eBay price, if that incentivizes anybody. But it's a great cover, and it's 1 per store, so that's pretty great. It's called Thank You variant. And then last from Boom, Man's Best number 2 comes out this week for that miniseries. We're getting to Marvel stuff. We'll do collected editions. There's one epic collection from Marvel this week with Avengers West Coast. This will be the Ultron Unbound collection. Next to it, Star Wars Dr. Aphra's on Volume 7. It's the Dark Droids tie-in. The entire miniseries of Spine-Tingling Spider-Man, which was a perfect Spider-Man horror story, collected. Above that, we've got the entire Miss Marvel collection from Saladin Ahmed. So that's all, oh my gosh, almost 20 issues guys in there. Speaking of complete collections, Avengers Inc. is completely collected here, all 5 issues. Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy is a complete collection of miniseries. And then the second volume of the most recent Guardians of the Galaxy ongoing run, Groot Rise. Below that, we have 2 reprints from Marvel this week. The long-awaited third printing, right, of Ultimate X-Men number 1. So if you missed out on that, it's a very manga-esque read. It's going to get into some more joining of the team X-Men stuff, but for now, it's pretty much just about armor and her dealing with the coming of her mutant power. And then next to it, Ultimate Universe collected second print 7 months later.
Exactly. Like, so, I mean, it's good. If you didn't read it, you should. But to have it reprinted 7 months later is not as crazy as the Hulk 377 reprinted like 2 years later. But 7 months later, we're probably the only store who might have ordered that. Because, like, who's ordering that 7 months later?
I think it's very reasonable that we ordered that because of the success of the Marvel Ultimate
Oh,
Universe.
we love
right
that.
now.
Oh, absolutely. Like, you should buy it if you didn't get it. Absolutely.
Should buy it if you didn't get that nice black border on there.
Right.
That's nice.
Sure. If your white border got kind of messed up because it's a white border.
Easily.
To give you a little information about Ultimate Universe, if you are thinking about dipping your toes into the new Ultimate ongoing books, this is the one shot that kicked those off. So if you missed it, definitely worth picking up, definitely worth reading. It'll answer those small questions about why the Ultimate world is the way that it is. And then from Marvel with new issues, we got Predator: The Last Hunt. They're on number 3. That's the only cover A. And then we've got new Star Wars stuff. Star Wars Darth Maul Black, White, and Red was absolutely not a Star Wars book that I thought I was looking forward to. And then I read it, and now I'm stoked. It's the same formula as the rest of the Black, White, and Red or Black, White, and Blood books. You've got 3 short stories in here, all featuring Darth Maul. Super trippy.
It's just one story.
Why?
The first issue is just one story.
Why?
It is. I
Because
don't know
it's the
why.
whole story.
What did I read?
I don't know what you read.
read
You could have
chapters.
not called me out on that.
You
You
read
just
Well,
let
I
it
just,
go.
No, there's chapters, but it's all
Yeah.
one story.
Didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Well, now we're in a stall. I don't even know what to say.
What kind of variant is that?
Yeah, okay, so that's cover A. And that's cover B. And then we've got a new issue of Star Wars Jango Fett. We could have talked about it afterwards. You could have been like, hey, Ben, that was a stupid thing to say. Don't say that on the video. Now I'm getting hot. I'm turning red.
Needs a Diet Coke.
Oh, man, I'm going to go get one. Thanks, Kyle. This is why we keep hearing move me along. All right, new superhero stuff. God damn.
Come on, this cover's awesome.
Yeah, this cover is awesome. Wolverine Madripoor Knights is on issue number 3 of 5, and then its cover B is probably my favorite cover in the history of comic book covers of all time. It's a Stormbreaker cover by Nick Klein, and Pug is dead, and Wolverine killed it. We've got one left. Please claim it because it's awesome, and I'll be very proud of you. You get a high five out of me. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver is on issue number 3 of 5. That's cover A. Here's your cover B, the Marvel Comics Presents variant, and then we got a 1 in 25 cover on the table for that one. Gods is on its penultimate issue with number 7. That's your cover A. There's your cover B, and Raphael Albuquerque did the 1 in 25 cover. Knife hand. Blade, issue 10, wrapping up the storyline right before we get to Blood Hunt. So there's stuff coming up in Blade that looks real exciting. That's your cover A. This is your cover B. Next up, a new... Oh, yeah. Night Thrasher's on issue number 3. This is the one we were joking about to start the video. This is your cover A. There's your cover B that John Shear won't take.
Yep.
And then the only new Ultimate book this week is Ultimate Spider-Man number 4. Fantastic issue, even though Spider-Man technically not really in it. But fantastic issue, especially if you've been catching up to the book. Don't start here, though. Ask us for reprints, and we'll get them for you. That's cover A, cover B, cover C, and a 1 in 25 cover. What do you know? More Spider-Man. Issue number 48 of Amazing Spider-Man out this week. Wraps up a story arc. Also a good little 2-parter with Ben Reilly and Hallows Eve. Thank you. We've got a 1 in 25 variant available next to it. And then Superior Spider-Man's on issue number 6. That'll be your cover A. And we've got a 1 in 25 cover there. Jackpot and Black Cat are on number 2 of their miniseries. There's your Adam Hughes cover A and Peach Momoko cover B. Spider-Punk is on issue number 3 of 5. It's got a wonderful revelation about the future of the Spider Van, if you're invested in that. There's no cover A. Dan Hipp did cover B. We've got cover C here on the table, and then a 1 in 25 cover, which always throws me because it's upside down but not upside down. X-Men Forever, the 5-issue miniseries, is on issue number 2, and for someone who doesn't follow X-Men stuff like as readily as I used to, it's got a great last page. Great. Rise of the Powers of the X is a Fall of the House of X tie-in. There's your cover A. There's Dazzler on cover B by Nakayama. Thank you. Cover C. Cover D with Jubilee. A 1 in 25 variant. A 1 in 50 all art cover with Jubilee. And then the 1 in 100 all art cover for cover coming after cover A.
So many skulls.
So many skulls. Bad omens.
Yeah.
Wolverine still kicking with the Sabretooth War. We're on issue number 48. Also a great last page. Honestly, you're going to be very satisfied if you're following the story. And then Avengers is on number 13. That'll be your cover A. We've got a big facsimile this week. We're super stoked about it. Dazzler's first appearance in Uncanny X-Men number 130. A classic book we've all always enjoyed, always had fun with, always really excited when it comes in a collection. And here we are in facsimile form. So all the original ads and just $5. I mean, I'm just going to say it, right? Like, just in case this is getting stuck in the annals of the internet forever, maybe I can call it first and say maybe Taylor Swift was going to play Dazzler. Maybe Taylor Swift was going to play Dazzler in the X-Men.
We'll see.
I was told today that the last line of her new album was the word dazzling. Everybody shrug. Andrew shrug. That's kind of a shrug. God, what a team player. Andrew, huh? Cover A. We've got the spiffy, shiny foil variants, plenty of them. And then they did a 1 in 25 variant. And since we're so stoked about this facsimile, we have 2 of them. There you go. The whole top row is an anniversary issue for Daredevil? Or
Yes.
just oversized?
Nah, special
670.
oversized anniversary.
Celebrating 60 years. We've got 6 Daredevil stories in here. And some fun comic strips, including a King of the Hill-esque criminal syndicate King of the Mob.
Yes.
Is that what it was? Bullseye comes back. Elektra as Daredevil is in it. There's some classic Daredevil stories. There's some new Daredevil stories. It's wonderful for $10.
Old school Daredevil versus Punisher, like all sorts of stuff in there. Yeah.
Cool. And plenty of variants. So cover A is right here. You've got a Frank Miller variant on cover B. Here's cover C. Cover D is the Vampire Homage. And then a 1 in 25 cover by Simone Bianchi. And then I'm going to pass it to DC.
Yeah. And as always, another small DC week. But at the top of the table, we got Mark Russell and Mike Allred's Batman Dark Age. At the end of the first issue, Bruce is in jail. He's out now, and he's off to war in Vietnam and picking up all sorts of tricks. So,
It's hardcore.
yeah, it is. Good issue, though. So, issue 2 of that. We got the cover B, which is by Paul Pope. And then we have the 1 in 25 variant for that one there.
Is that Vietnam?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Batman Brave and the Bold is on issue number 12. Batman turns into a vampire, fights a vampire, like all sorts of stuff in the first story. Really cool.
Oh, and you find out how Batman likes his coffee.
Yes.
You do, definitely.
Yeah.
It's canon now.
So, and then DC's facsimile is Showcase number 4, Star of the Golden Age, or not Star, that next part of the Silver Age, but it's the first Hal Jordan. So you want to see how he became Green Lantern? Here you go. And then Flash, Where's Wally West? Still going on. It's issue number 8. It's got a very spiffy, shiny foil variant for that one there. That is an all art. And then you have cover B, which is by Lelix Reed.
Yeah, we're all tongue in the teeth tonight.
Yeah.
Like, I did it.
Green Arrow number 11, Origin of Merlin, and Big Giant Fight.
Merlin the Archer.
Merlin the Archer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of other Merlins out there that we
Yes.
would think of first.
And also at the beginning, all of the Archers versus the Justice League. In a way.
Oh, that's
in a way.
And,
So yeah.
And I just found out Green Arrow now an ongoing series.
Yeah. Which I had said a few months ago.
You told me yesterday.
I said it on the video a few months ago.
Well, I'm pulling an Andrea right now. So
Cool.
you're wrong.
We can go back, look at the tape. Penguin's on issue number 9, and he's still a jerk, and Batman's still trying to figure out what he's up to. It's fantastic.
Only read good things about that issue this week. I can't wait to read it.
It's so good. Harley Quinn's on number 39. As always, it's worth it for the backup story. This one's by Erica Henderson, and it's Harley and Ivy in the 68th and a half century. Detective is on number 1084, almost wrapping up their MV storyline, but we got the regular cover there. We're going to go to the 1 in 25, and then we have cover B, which is the Jim Lee Azrael variant. Hit Collections, Zatanna by Paul Dini. It's the whole shebang. It's $50, but it's all 16 issues and a one shot. It's beautiful. It's really well written. I mean, Paul Dini loves his character. Great stories, all chock-a-block full of it in that book. Joker, Man Who Stopped Laughing, Volume 2. So good. I love this book. It was way better than I thought it was going to be. Fantastic. Another really good one, Booster Gold Complete Series, Book 1. Jeff Johns. Yeah. It's Jeff Johns and Dan Jurgens just kicking butt on Booster Gold.
If you're enjoying anything Jeff Johns is currently writing, i.e. the Ghost Machine one-shot and Redcoat and Geiger and stuff, all of his previous stuff is that good. Like, I'm a huge fan of his JSA run. There's no reason to not backlog Jeff Johns for yourself right now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Even his Hawkman is good.
It is. Even his Hawkman is good, which is
Right.
not a sentence that's said in this store very often.
Flash Time Heist. It's Flash Volume 20. There you go. And then we move on to small press. Dark Horse brings us Ghostbusters Back in Town #2. We got the cover A and cover B.
For all you Paul Rudd fans.
Yes. Godzilla Library Collection Volume 2. It's all the Eric Powell written stuff continuing. Lots and lots of monsters in this one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Stranger Things have their crossover collected. The Rick and Morty was a Kingdom
Balls.
There you go. New miniseries. So you got your cover A and your cover B. Operation Sunshine is on issue #1, isn't it?
Of their second series.
There we go. Thank you. Of their second series. And then
Here's the big row.
the big row. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles finishes off at issue #150. And then soon to start up at issue #1 and Free Comic Day issue as well.
Yep.
So there will be a Free
There
Comic
was a
Day
new
issue.
character introduced a couple of months ago, a couple of issues ago, and the Free Comic Day issue rounds that out. This, though, completes the Turtles ongoing run.
Yeah, this is like Sophie Campbell's run is finished here, and the last couple pages are very potent and very good. So yeah, it's you have your cover A.
Man, spoil it for him.
Huh?
Tell him everything.
No.
Just kidding. Don't.
I'm not going to do that. That's no good. No bueno. So cover A, Eastman's cover B, got your cover C, got your massive character cover.
Oh,
Yep.
geez, Kyle, you're full of surprises.
Cover D, and then your 1 in 10 variants, and then your spiffy, shiny foil variants. And then below that, we've got a whole row of Duke. It's the final issue in Duke,
have to grab
and
one.
I'm going to show up cover B. It's fantastic. Duke versus the Bat. Duke faces Destro. Duke, at the end, has a whole new mission in life, and it's to fight robots. And it's fantastic. So, finishes off incredibly well. You got your cover A, the aforementioned cover B, your 1 in 10 variant, your 1 in 25 variant, which is amazing, especially once you read the book, and your 1 in 50 variant with Destro.
And I'll add the addendum to Duke that since this is now the first miniseries they're finishing off for G.I. Joe side stories, they've added solicitations for Scarlet as a 5-issue miniseries and Destro as a 5-issue miniseries.
More collections. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Volume 4, The Recharged, and then...
Six
What's this
Fingers.
one? Thank you.
Yeah, man, that's hidden on there.
Yeah, it really is.
Number
Number
3.
3. Bloody Dozens on number 5. I mean, that's just really good all the way through. No regular covers for Wolf Tree number 9. We've just got the 1 in 10 variant.
We were shorted our cover A's, so if you do not see it in your file, it will be replaced. We're just waiting.
Yep. So you got your creepy 1 in 10 variant there. Everything Sucks. We got a bunch of these, but it's a cool indie about a guy who works at basically a sandwich shop, hates his job, falls into a bunch of money, and gets to live the jerky rich life he's always wanted to. And it is silly and funny and just everything you want from a small press company for $8. All done in one. With little bits of spiffy and shiny, because the money is spiffy and shiny.
Below that, Drawing Blood, the Kevin Eastman book. It's a very autobiographical story. They've done one of these before. This is the second volume. This is issue 1 from Image.
So I have a question.
Yes.
I agree, because I've read the solicit and the book, that the autobiographical aspect is there. I am not a follower of Kevin Eastman's life. I have enough trouble with my own. How autobiographical is this? Because there's some pretty sensational stuff.
I would guess 60%.
60?
Yeah.
More than half?
More than half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kevin.
Yep. So yeah. So we got that there. Feral, Walking Dead with Cats. It's fantastic. Issue 2, I actually read it twice. It's
Whoa, really?
terrifying. I did.
Sweet.
It's because there are some aspects where I want to go back and go, okay, yeah, that happened. Like, yeah, and gut wrencher over the last page too.
Jeez,
So-
issue 2.
I know.
Oh my
Yeah, you got your cover A, you got your cover B, your homage variant, your 1 in 10 variant. That's the all art, and then your really cool 1 in 25 variant hanging the table. And then probably your other book of the week, Creature from Black Lagoon Lives. It is essentially a sequel to Creature from Black Lagoon, the 1950s Universal monster movie, and done in a way that you don't need to have read it or watched it initially, but still the creature is not, he is a character that's moving throughout this book in a way that it makes it, I want to see what he's going to do, because I want to see what the main character is going to do once they re-interact with the creature. It's a fantastic first issue.
Really well characterized main character.
Yeah.
Like, the creature is not ancillary, but in this first issue, it's just a good setting for a creature story. And it was very enjoyable.
Yeah. So you got your regular cover there. You got your cover B, which is wonderful.
Like a good emotional setting for a creature story. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
the questions just add a little more depth to it. It's super good.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to like it as much as I did.
Your blank variant cover C, your 1 in 10 variant, and then your 1 in 25 black and white variant, which is beautiful as well.
All those covers are great.
Yeah, they're all wonderful. Scrapper is collected by the Alex Campy book is collected in hardcover, and then the Cull Volume 1 in full collection was it Starstorm?
Yep.
The full collection of that is here as well.
No, it's the savage strength
Oh.
of Starstorm.
It's all right. The Savage Strength of Starstorm collected completely. The Schlub is collected completely, which was a fun book. Power Rangers on issue 1, number 119. The next on my reading list is Saturday Morning Adventures of Dungeons and Dragons number 4. If you like the cartoon, you'll like the book. It's very good. They do it in a way that makes you appreciate the characters. And I'm talking about in issue 4, and nobody should care unless you have the other issues. But I like the book. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures on issue number 12. Star Wars High Republic Adventures on issue number 5. We got 2 covers for that. So there's your cover A and your cover B. And then we got kids' books. We got Kyle's book of the week.
Well, Kyle doesn't care about that book.
Wait, maybe a little bit.
I care about the first half.
The beautiful part about this book is that it's the Pokemon Pocket Guide. It's volume 1, so you've got up to almost 450 Pokemon in this book, and counting, which is fantastic. I mean, it's a great Pokemon Pokedex in physical form. We got board books for the Falcon. We love stocking board books. We have an entire character encyclopedia of board books for Marvel characters. We're very proud of. So Falcon added to it is awesome. Disney's got a Mirrorverse going on of stories. Belle is kind of deadly in this one. You don't need to show me. I don't have anything else to say. Then we got a new Map Makers graphic novel. We've got Lucky Scramble. He's working on a Rubik's Cube in a competition, and it gets kind of intense. Shiny Misfits is a YA graphic novel. Mini Marvels, one we were looking forward to because we just love the artwork of it. And then we've got an ongoing Sonic trade paperback. It's on number 16.
I heard these guys like Sonic.
Yeah, some people like Sonic because we sold every Sonic graphic novel this weekend.
We did.
And then Punk Rock Karaoke is just as charming as it sounds. This band is just trying to make it, and they're working out of a van, and they're rocking hard on the street. Thank you so much for joining us for this giant table. We will leave you alone now. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you for your comics tomorrow.